Being a family is probably the best thing I could ever ask for.
I'm Linnea De Silva. I'm the mother of a beautiful gay daughter, and I'm here to support the lesbian gay community.
I need to be aware of, I guess, my sexuality and be as comfortable with it as possible so that my kids are also comfortable with that.
Well, my name's Brent Scott, and this is my son Braden. Wasn't your typical child. He was very rambunctious, always on the go. You know, he was a lot of fun, a handful for sure. Still is.
My partner and I have a 5-year-old son. He's in senior kindergarten, and he's really, right now, he's really good about having 2 moms. He knows he has 2 moms, and we have lots of books that show diversity at home, and we also have relations who are gay and friends who are gay, so there's lots of queer families in his life.
Well, I have a daughter who's 8 and a son who is 6. They know that I'm transgender, and they completely accept that I am, and they call me Mummy D, and they use feminine pronouns.
Bit of a roller coaster. Saw it coming, wasn't quite sure what was coming.
I just kind of slowly figured it out, and I talked with friends about it first, and then kind of went to my mom and said, I think I might be. I don't know, I'm confused. And it went from there. Oh, they knew. Mom, gay, I know. Okay, next person. Oh, they were fine with it, not a big deal.
He said, I think I'm gay. I said, well, you know, you either think or you know, and I mean, I think I already knew.
There was a little bit of stress within the family at first. You could see that it was just something that everybody had to take in.
You know, he had to trust me in order to tell me, and I think, you know, I noticed his personality was a lot more comfortable around me once he was, you know, out with it. And
besides that, nothing really changed.
The best part about being a queer family is, in many ways, I feel that brings us a lot closer. You know, because things are a little bit more unique for us. It means that we have to stick together and be more supportive.
Well, just being a parent in general is an amazing thing. My girls right now are 5 and 3, but I'm really excited to see them when they're teenagers and they're really trying to find out who they are and what they're about.
I think one of the best parts about being a parent is seeing at the end of the day that you did a good job and that your kids are happy and healthy, and you know, you've tried to put them in the right direction, and that's I think the best part.
The craziness, the humor, not always knowing what to expect.
The best part is being a family. The best part is being a kid. I don't think it's any different for me than anybody else. I love this child more than anything. One of my students asked me one time about not being the real mom. And she asked it in front of the class, and I said, I am a real mom. I'm not a biological mom, but I'm a real mom in all the ways that are important. I planned his birth. I was at his birth. I put him to bed. I read him stories. I am his real mom. And I feel exactly the way every parent does.
When I grew up, homophobia was a scary thing because kids were killed for it, families destroyed by it. So for me now, even though there seems to be much more acceptance, there's still that fear that my daughter could be a victim.
Having a family certainly took planning, it took money, it took time, it took energy, it took emotions, and I'd say that that was definitely the hardest part.
There's all these outside pressures, society saying that, you know, you're going to turn your kids gay or that it's detrimental in some way to them. So I guess there's that added pressure of trying to show everyone, you know, we can be good parents, we can be great parents, in fact.
Braden was a
Like, I'm not like the normal guy.
he was a rambunctious kid.
I think we're a great family. I think we have a lot of fun, and I think we definitely would benefit from him having someone as a life partner, so that's 100% go.
The hardest part is, you know, they're going to throw curveballs at you, and you have to, you know, you have to have a firm hand sometimes. And
The part I think I struggle with most is when she's with her partner in the mall and they're snogging. It bothers me only because I really worry about perception, which is probably more my problem, not hers. But you still really worry about some idiot on the bus or wherever who would use his fist rather than his words.
I'm hugely concerned as he goes through the system. What are the teachers teaching? They know he's a kid with lesbian moms. Do they do anything to make the class accept him or understand? Are there books being used? There are lots of resources, and my guess is probably that won't be happening very much. And that's very hard as a parent.
All the teachers have been very respectful. I don't know how many of them get it. Again, I think it comes down to educating, because when I know the teachers don't get it, that means that my children aren't safe, because something could happen that could really hurt my children, and the teachers are not in any way prepared to deal with that.
I think it would be wise or helpful if the school would involve parents more and not assume that they can solve the whole problem and not jump on the bandwagon. Now they're a teenager, they are in high school, they're adult, therefore they no longer need the parent. I think it's the time parents are most needed.
I think that schools are for the most part, are very inclusive. They often refer to, they don't say mom and dad anymore. They'll say, your grown-up, your parent, your guardian. There haven't been any problems, and I'm very thankful for that. I, to be honest, expected some problems at this point. She's in grade 1 now. It's been excellent. There's been no problems.
I know in the board that there are kits and units available that deal with, I hate to use the word alternative, but alternative families. And I don't know how much they are accessed or not accessed, but it would be just nice to know. And I know as they get older, you get to know less and less kind of what they're doing in the class, but it would be nice to know that some of those things are actually being covered where appropriate.
We never talk to any other parents, but if we were to talk to parents, even in any situation, it wouldn't have to be parents of just gay children. It could be all parents get together and have a little group talk at school. It wouldn't be a bad group to have.
So I don't know, maybe we need a crisis hotline for gay parents. I think that would be very helpful.
I don't think I hope for them anything different than any other parent would expect. I hope that they're not discriminated against. I hope that they have the tools and the abilities to deal with situations as they come up. And I feel that that's my job to teach them that. So I don't really hope anything different than any other parent does. Happiness, health, a great education.